Okay, now we're talking to Cancer. How are you doing, Cancer? Let's see what's going on in your situation. And all my newcomers, what it do, what it do, what it do? What it do, what it do? How y'all doing up in these streets? I hope y'all doing good. And all my old day ones, you know I love y'all. Don't feel offended. Y'all old, but y'all loved by me. Okay? Y'all like, share, and subscribe. Y'all know I got you. Now let's see what's going on in your energy. What's going on, Cancer? What's going on in your energy probably right now? What's this issue that you have that's going on in your energy? Okay, they just falling out. A past life repeated karmic lesson. So there's something like a karmic lesson that you got to learn, and you keep repeating it because you're not getting that lesson. You know, and you need to evolve and growth, and you're healing your childhood trauma, but you need to learn that repeated lesson that you've been making in the past, that repeated karmic lesson, and you're going to grow and evolve from it. It's time to learn the lesson so you can get to the next, so you can learn something new, Cancer. So what is the lesson that you're supposed to learn in this repeated problem? What are you needing to learn right now that's a repeated problem? You need to learn mistakes and misunderstood victim, lost soul. You need to learn from your mistakes when it comes to a karmic relationship that you made. You need to learn from it, that don't let it define you, that you stay in that same zone. You need to learn from it. And stop going and withdrawing yourself from dealing with it. You know, withdrawing yourself, even the feelings, and you feel lonely and scattered because you're not dealing with it. You need to deal with it, and that's a lesson that you gotta learn. Hey, we all gotta go through it. Believe me, I'm learning too. I get tossed sometimes. You know, everybody get tossed when it comes to love because you're stubborn and you don't want to let go. You know, but sometimes you gotta let go. Now, what was the distant past was your problem? What happened in the distant past when it came to learning this that you didn't learn it in the distant past? You got separated in sadness, and you were missing somebody, and you was thinking about that person a lot, and you were separated from that person, and you know you was sadness, and you was so bitter, and you was hurt, but you still didn't learn from it. Now what happened in the recent past? So you still didn't learn that karmic lesson. What happened in the recent past? You kept making the same repeated mistake over and over again. What happened in the repeated past, Cancer? Okay, you kept escaping and avoiding, blocking, and pushing away. You didn't want to deal with it. You kept escaping and avoiding it, what you had to do and the decision that you had to make. Now, what's the whole goal and stuff that you should be working towards in your destiny? What's the whole goal that you should be working towards? Longing, craving, and aching and wanting. You need to, longing, and you're learning from you're longing for resisting a secret admirer. So you're resisting a secret admirer, and you're not going to that. You're trying to. You're going to keep that secret admirer. You're not trying to deal with that person. You don't want nothing to do. What else? You're resisting a secret admirer because of the addictions that y'all had in the past. So you needed to resist the secret admirer that's coming to you, because it just brings out your addictions. It makes you obsess over that, and your goal is to stay away from it and not go back, because it came in the reverse. You wasn't willing to go check that's going that same that cost you before. I seen 444. You're not trying to do that again. You've actually learned not to go back there. And so what's destined to go in the future? What's going to be happening in the future? Let's switch up. Okay, so what's the future you need to know? So you need to learn that repeated pattern that you keep going through. You need to learn in the future? You got to let go of them, and you can't just walk away and escape it. What you got to learn in the future, Cancer? What you learning in the future? You're learning about foundations and family and security and how to build one with your divine feminine. The divine feminine is learning how to build a solid foundation and how to, you're healing the past and learning how to build a strong foundation. What else is you learning here, divine feminine? That abandonment, you was left out and they walked away. People abandoned you. So you were abandoned by your family too. And you're learning about abandoning and being left behind. You're learning about that and about how a narcissist love bombed you and self-absorbed one side and you had loyalty to a narcissist. You're learning loyalty and trusting and relying on believing in what you think instead of living and being letting the narcissist run you and being loyal to it. You're learning that, and you're getting clarity from a soulmate that will nourish and show growth towards you, your soul connection that you're getting. You're learning all from that in the future when you get with your soulmate. You're going to learn these things as you go. You've learned that some things you should have just walked away from a long time ago, but hey, we had to learn. There's nothing wrong with mistakes as long as you learn from them. What else you need to know here? Cancer on this board. What else do Cancer need to know? What else do you need to know, Cancer? Cancer. Okay, Cancer. No more, watch out what you're eating and putting in your body. That's all I'm going to say. Allegedly, because there's stuff going on, okay? Also, watch out for a sex demon that wants to have sex. This person may have HIV and HIV problems, so you need to run away from this person because this person might have that in them. Someone put magic spells on you to have a miscarriage, but jail time and justice is coming for this person that put magic spells on you to have a miscarriage, allegedly. There was an Aries in the past. It's not having a baby with a family and friends. In the past, somebody may have, but they haven't. They're not. Someone named Henry, allegedly. Could names come out allegedly? Someone says Aquarius says be careful. It's because someone was trying to get you to DIED and lose your job, money, and everything. It could be a Pisces, a Taurus trying to do this, and a Sagittarius, Gemini, and a Libra. Also, they trying to put traps to put you in an M that you did not do in the past. They're trying to trap you up with an M. And they're trying to do this to an Aries, too. Someone named Michael could be involved, too, trying to do that, put you in that. Someone named Pat, too, they was trying to set you with an M of the past, allegedly. A husband, a lover, a boyfriend, or your girlfriend. It says somebody's music, they love to listen to music that's on fire. Or you have music that's on fire. You know you're in love when you can't fall asleep because reality is finally better than your dreams. It says a Libra, could be a Libra or a Scorpio that's feeling that way. Something about somebody may be sick or getting sick, allegedly. Somebody 40 years old could be sick at this time, allegedly, because they struggle with conflict and hurt feelings and feeling hurt or something. They says they be talking about you. They used to talk about you a lot, but they stopped doing that. They says don't let pride get in your way. They have let their pride get in their way. Somebody did let their pride get in their way, and they should not have let their pride get in their way. And just, learn from your mistakes and keep going forward, And it says disappointed in some affair. Now they're not. This Scorpio was in the past. Somebody named Denise and Jocelyn was disappointed about something they did, in the past, allegedly, when it came to labor pains in the past, that somebody had something to do with. Like, share, and subscribe.